I had some issues with my health, with my stomach and the acidity, acid reflexes. So I manifested them, like I started visualizing that my stomach is absolutely fine, my digestion system is fine, and there is no acidity, there are no acid reflexes or burps. And miraculously, it all just simply went away. I consult with the World Bank, and World Bank gives a contract for 150 days in a year, and they changed their norms of granting extra 40 days. They were giving extra 40 days to people who work in fragile countries, where I do work, some work I do there. So last year I couldn't get extra 40 days because the new rules said that I should be working all 150 days in fragile countries to be eligible for the extra 40 days. And this year, the same situation. But then I thought, I started manifesting that my projects in Somalia would suffer big time if I don't get additional 40 days. So I started visualizing that I'm discussing the projects with the Somalia team. They are calling me. I'm meeting them in Nairobi, discussing the project, and they are, going back happy, working on the contract documents, and the construction is starting soon. So that kind of visualization I was doing quite regularly. I think I did it for about a week or so. And last week, when I was in Nairobi, my team leader said, yeah, the other thing I visualized was that my team leader, he would call me and he would say, oh, we are working on your contract. We are talking to the director. We are talking to the VP and things like that. But, every time he would say, we are talking. So then I visualized that he's calling me, oh, Rajiv, we got extra 40 days for you. And that's exactly what happened, that he called one day. Oh, good news, man. We got you the extra 40 days. And then he immediately said, come to Nairobi. We have to discuss the designs. And then there was this Somalia team sitting in front of me. We were discussing drawings. We were discussing how to go about, inviting tenders and, all other construction details related to how to proceed with the project. So exactly, it happened exactly as I was visualizing.
Not able to hear.
We can't hear you.
Not able to hear.
Cannot hear you, madam.
Can you hear me now, sir?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Namaste. Happy morning, good afternoon, and a great evening, dear friends and masters. On behalf of Buddhasya Quantum Foundation, we warmly welcome you all to the day 16 of our program Yogam. If our thoughts and feelings are responsible for the events happening in our life, then to create something different, we have to think differently. Yes, dear friends and masters, our thoughts are incredibly powerful. So why not think positivity to manifest positivity? Today, we will learn how meditation helps and we can attain the goals we want in our life using the 5 sutras, the manifestation techniques from our mentor Chandra, sir. Over to you, sir.
Happy morning, dear friends and masters. Great afternoon, evening. If thoughts and feelings are the basis for all creation, observation manifests possibilities. A conscious observer moves an electron to become matter. Notice an electron showing up as matter. Then this whole creation is about having right thought, a thought in line with what you wish to experience. Somebody wants to go to Everest, scale Everest. It is good for some, it's not good for some, but so be it. But it is a thought, it's an experience, all right. So the process of manifestation simply is about directing our attention in the right direction. Our attention is thought and feeling. A feeling is a lot more powerful than simply thought as energy. Everything is electromagnetic energy. So are our thoughts and feelings. The vibration that is called what we emit as an individual, as a personality, the feeling which is encompassed through the memories of the past or the future, whatever, or the present, which is generating more and more thought related to that. So it's the thought and the feeling together, the combined energy, where the feeling energy is a lot more times, and many more times than the thought energy, is driving our attention towards drawing and experiencing something that is represented by this thought and feeling as a frequency. Because the energy, if it's electromagnetic energy, has a frequency. If my feeling is one of lack, I might have a positive thought. But if my feeling in general is that things are not there for me, it's going to be a difficult world out there. Everything is in scarcity. The jobs are less, the money is less, resources are less, water is scarce, everything that we are worried about, then it's one of lack. That fundamental feeling that we have is lack. It's called one of lack. So you are emitting constantly because your views are that there is limited stuff in the world. Then you have a lack feeling going. The lack energy is being distributed because everywhere you see, the moment you see a long queue, let's say in a railway station, the lack comes and says, yeah, the number of seats are so few, it's going to be very struggling. It's a big struggle to go through a train ticketing process because it signals based on the past that it is a lack. What feeling that we carry is what drives a manifestation, because that's what we're looking to extract. Our attention means our energy. Whatever energy that we have is what we draw in. And so the 5 sutras of manifestation are directing our thought, directing our feeling, our energy towards things that we wish to have, towards experiences that we wish to have in our life. And so let me quickly have some background for me so that it becomes a lot more 5 sutras of manifestation here. Now, whoever has attended this program, I encourage you to write in the chat, what are those 5 sutras? Let's see here, I'm going to get this right. Okay, it should come up right. The 5 sutras of manifestation. I won't go into too much detail, but the 5 sutras, first one we say is develop focus. It's about thoughts and feelings directing our attention towards what we wish to experience. The first one is developing focus. Where you place your attention, is there you place your energy. And so we develop that focus. And the second is be open to possibilities. Don't say something is not possible. Why, when anything can happen anytime, why do you say something is not possible? Can you work and operate? If it's thoughts and I feel attention drawing an experience, then simply stay focused on what you want, but do not say it's not possible. Openness to possibilities. Visualize the future. Visualize the future. That means you dream of a future as if it's happening to you right now. Dream of a future as if it's happening to you right now, even though it's not there yet, but you are constructing and you're putting your attention onto a future just by visualization, by dreaming and thinking about it over, because you're drawing your attention towards that. A reprogram limitation. There are so many limitations that are producing your attention, putting your attention towards things that you do not want. Limitations. And so reprogram the limiting beliefs and accepting and expressing gratitude. Acceptance of whatever that's happening. When you resist some experience that is coming in your way, suddenly you realize your attention is already, your feeling is already gone away in a direction that's not in alignment with your experience. When I want good health, but then I'm here because I'm feeling pain and saying, gosh, this is just not working. My body just won't recover. When you use these words, resisting an experience, and so that comes with a certain feeling, whether you say or not, even if you think for yourself and feel that this is just going to be a challenging time, and it is going to be a challenging time in pursuing your opportunity or the manifestation. So the 5 sutras are all significantly enhanced through meditation. The 5 processes here, a sutra means some direction, a process, and the processes here are significantly enhanced through meditation. And so then all these 5 sort of direct your attention always towards what we wish to experience. So let's look at this a little bit more. Sutra 1, develop focus. Focus isn't just about, yes, it can be concentration, it can be putting our attention on something that we really want. Now, focus for many is not happening because they do not possess great health. If I have a physical health challenge, then I'm not able to focus. First and foremost, my stress is not letting me to focus. My random thought, the thought that is there, here, there, worry, anxiety, fear, everything is not letting me focus. My energy is going in 1,000 directions. And on top of it, when my health is not there, some backache is there, BP is there, diabetes is there, and then every time migraines are there, everything that is causing to put a break to our attention of things that we wish. As I go back to the basics to see how do I fix my body. Their focus is in the body than your wish of experiencing that whatever that you want to have. So focus is happening when we have a strong physical health, when you have beautiful mental health, when you have emotional regulation. Without these, you cannot be focused. They're the fundamentals of physical, mental, and emotional health, 3 fields of us. If I don't have good emotional regulation, then of course, then I'm not even able to attend to what I wish to have when I'm planning, when I'm discussing, when I'm reviewing. Many times where you break, arguments break out. So then your attention is not there towards your goal. Instead, it's about whether I am right or wrong. How do I overpower this person? How do I dominate this person? How do I win over this person? This is where our attention is, instead of being in there. So emotional regulation is fundamentally essential if you want to be very successful or to be able to focus. So we say it is the basics of life that we need to have so that we are able to think and dream of life that we want to experience. When I don't have emotional regulation, I'm not participating in life. I'm not willing to go in front of groups, work with groups, because I lose my control. Temperaments, I cannot. I withdraw from life. When health is not that great, of course, I'm withdrawing from life. And so, dear friends, the first 4 principle, if you want our attention onto things, they got to be very focused, means we have to possess strong health, physical, mental, and emotional health at a minimum. At a minimum. Then we're navigating, then we are saying, I love my music. Yeah, I want to grow my business. Yes, I want to travel. Yes, I'd like to go and help. All of these are possible only when you when you have some good health. Otherwise, you will not take the steps. So many reasons why manifestations, of course, there's an obvious element. We know we can easily correlate. I wanted to grow in my career, but my health is stopping me. So that means I'm not able to manifest a desired reality. That much we can associate. Then the second thing, dear friends, is openness to possibility. This sutra is simply saying that anything is possible anytime. So do not conclude and then stop a possibility from happening to you. You go to a client. The client says, sorry, I'm not going to give it this quarter. Or the client says, you guys screwed up last time, so I'm not going to give. And so then we come back and then talk about it because we've done some act here and then talk about it as if the client is not going to do this at all forever. We say, no, he closed the doors. It's not happening. Is that so? Is there a possibility that they have another board meeting shortly after you went, or some other reason, some escalation came, and so they change their mind and they say, please come, I would like to speak. If the answer to that question is yes, there is a possibility they can call. And so then why conclude in our mind and thinking, and why conclude and then speak that way to everyone as if this person is, this client is not giving? Does it serve us? When we do those, then we say we are closed with possibility. We're close to the possibility. We close the doors on ourselves for things to happen. Openness to possibility, yes, it is possible. Yes, I met the client, but it is possible that tomorrow he changes their mind and then may call me. Now, you may have a strategy to work elsewhere, but at least you're not concluding in your mind and talk that this is not happening. Because the more you think and the more you say about it, and then, of course, the more you're feeling about it, then the more you're blocking an opportunity. Openness to possibilities. This is where miracles happen when you're very, very open. You want the deal at 50% and you're negotiating a rental agreement. Now you go there, now you got the data around you, and of course the data is telling you, yeah, so everybody is paying already this much. How do I get it? That is a mental block, it's called a limit, it's a belief that's already formed. But suppose you're not there, you walk in, just a new person, you walk in, you go there, you're discussing with owner and the landlord. And the landlord is telling, no, this is what it is. If you'd like to take it, you take it and leave. Then our thought is, oh, this guy is just not going to agree. He's so firm in his voice and what he says is just not going to agree. And then you buckle down. And then going back, and then we are thinking here that is not happening. You put your thing, you can still put your proposal and say, no, whatever that may be, this is all I can pay or whatever. But now when you come back and because we got a response, can I be open about it and say, maybe you will change the mind, maybe something. Maybe 2 weeks he's going to wait and then nobody comes there because of some reason. We don't know what the reason is. And so no one comes. And so then maybe there is a possibility that he's coming in and then calling me back again. Why not? This is happening all the time. How many people have experienced this, that suddenly somebody calls you back and then gives you whatever you're looking for? You thought it may not happen. Openness to possibility means that when you are focused towards what you want and then be ready that anything is possible. My favorite example I talk about, when you're prepared for an exam, for anything, and then when you've written and attempted only 70%, and then you are here thinking and saying, oh, I'm definitely going to fail, and this is definitely not happening. When your immigration dates are not moving and then they are got 5 years and you're concluding and say, because the fact is showing 5 years to take, and you're concluding in your mind it's just not going to happen. And so then it continues to take you blocking the thing. Those who are saying, who knows, there may be a new rule passed. And it's suddenly taking out everything. And so then 3 months things, the dates come current. Can you be in a state of openness where things do happen? Things can happen miraculously because you do not know what can take place in the next moment. In somebody's mind, a shift can happen, and so things change. Buddha's Quantum Foundation started that way. When I resigned my job, I was very, very open. I don't know where to start, but I was just open and said something is going to happen. I was simply writing the document, the deed about what we're going to do. I was very open to say, let something happen. And then whatever that is, the whole online spirituality happened. Learning about meditation through online systems happened. And so then we are here. And that is the cause was that COVID. And so many things change forever. That is the greatest thing to say. Be open to possibility. That if a COVID can happen, many things can happen. Positively, negatively, many things can happen. So that's open to possibilities, dear friends. Third thing is where we focus. Attention, actively, consciously, our energy is directed towards things that we want. Second one is not blocking. Being open, you're not blocking an opportunity in your way. A quantum leader, a Buddha is always very open to possibility. Say anything can happen. You know, in last GCML, Global Conference of Meditation Leaders, 1 week before, we are roughly about 30% of registrations. But then many things come together. They're testing you. Many things come together. And then consistently, if you can hold your courage, and then continue to do what is right, and you have the understanding that right things are happening. And then by the time we finish, and then the last week, we were able to get to 100%. We were aiming for about 1,200. Finally, a team told me about 11:30 were the people who walked into that event. So the openness was there, and so then things would happen. At least we didn't block. Now it happens, not happen, but we don't block for ourselves. Visualizing future difference is about actively directing our attention towards what we want. Imagine and dream. We're going to cover more about this in the later of the week. But imagine and dream of the future, crystal clear, scene by scene, visualize. The more clarity you have, the more you can visualize this greatly. The less clarity you have, for example, your colleague wants a great promotion or you want to do a PhD, he has clarity because he wants to contribute in his thesis. And PhD means, because of which he can become a great professor. He can go into research and he can do many things. He has clarity. So he's visualizing what he's going to do after he's getting a PhD awarded in this particular thing. But you are simply asking PhD because it feels nice to be there. Okay, that's nothing more than that. Or it's just a better recognition in the society. Or my friends are all having doctors. I also want a doctorate in front of my name. That's not good enough to go into a higher emotion to visualize and feel. You don't have clarity of why you want a doctorate. When you have clarity of a doctorate in however difficult it is to go into and enroll a program, you are able to make this difference. You dream, you're passionate. The thing here about future is that you're passionate about something that you're looking to have. And so then you can raise your vibration into that feeling of having it by imagining and dreaming. When you don't have clarity, you can't really imagine and dream of what is the future that you're going to have if you had that degree, if you had that promotion, if you had your business grow, if you had your meditation center established, if you learned all the knowledge. What are you going to do with it? Having the clarity of why I'm asking for something then is able to visualize around every scene by scene the future happening to you is visualization, right? And then this is how you direct intense amount of your not only thought energy, your feeling energy. Your thoughts and feelings draw your experiences. This is a big thing in manifestation, as you will hear and then read many places. This is a fundamental stumbling block that our beliefs are formed every second. Meaning, figuratively speaking, if you experience something in 2 days, 3 times you saw a new employee walks in to joins on the first day, and then so he is excited and he goes there, right? And he's asked to follow a report, and he sees some problem. And somebody says, "Don't worry about it. This is all very common in a company. Just continue to practice it. See it, and then don't worry about it. Don't talk about it. It's okay. It's nothing." Then he noticed a similar thing on the second day and a third day. That's it. He comes to a conclusion that anything is okay in this company. You form a belief. Anything is okay in the company. It doesn't matter how well you write a document. They're accepted. That's a belief formed because you experienced something 2, 3 times. And so because of which then you would not bother about going to the detail to write a great document. So our behavior is driven through a belief. So then you produce a shabby work. And so then it does not lead towards a greater manifestations of life as your work is not necessarily speaking about you because we're driven through the beliefs that we have, which are then potentially blocking our manifestations. You would like to have into this place where which is attracting great work and great talent, but here you have a belief, and so then you're producing something very shabby. Don't even know that your behavior is driven through a belief. The beliefs block us, and so then meditation is helping to go down to look at what beliefs do you have, the limitations. You would like great health, you're visualizing a great health. Your IBS system must be healed fully, and you are normal, you're traveling, you're going everywhere. But deep inside, every time you see a person, every time I see an expert, every time I see an article, deep inside, you believe that medical science and the medical experts are telling there's no cure, so it's not going to happen. A belief. So that's what you emit as a signal every time you read a report and you feel very low, discouraged, and then you're going into that belief, the trigger. You're not even aware that is there. You think it's a fact. Beliefs are false truths, camouflaged as truths. And so it's difficult to identify them. It's difficult to question them. And so then we stay under that and then continue to produce negative vibration in a direction that's opposite of what you wish. And so the beliefs are to be understood. Reading books, listening to experience of others, masters to overcome them. Regular meditation helps us to know what my beliefs are. And then fifth one, dear friends, is expressing gratitude. Acceptance, going into acceptance. Acceptance keeps us in a higher energy. our vibration fundamentally stays the same. If I have an experience, if suddenly you called a vendor, the vendor must come and then fix the things for you, but he didn't show up. You showed up, he didn't show up. What is the vibration? Are we agitated, one of shouting and then suddenly saying these guys could just never show up on time? Is that the feeling you have? Is that the thought you're carrying through? And then boom, what are you saying there? Exactly that. They will never on time. They'll never come on time. So next time you call, they don't show up on time because that's exactly what with a feeling you put a lot of attention and saying they don't show up on time. And so suddenly, momentarily, we we lost, and then we are saying they don't show up on time. And so you are not in acceptance of what is happening to you. Recognizing that things do happen. You're visualizing that no, your project, your house gets done really beautifully, but then here it is getting delayed. It's getting delayed. Are you in acceptance of it? Do you think and do you agree that this could be because I've listened to so many advices from everywhere, my friends and everywhere, that when you start your house project, things will be delayed. People are not going to come that regularly. Everything will be, it takes time. These are the words that we heard, and this is how we projected it. And you were worried about what happens if they delay it. And we had all kinds of thought. And then here, if they're showing up in front of you, do you accept for it? Because we unconsciously might have let a lot of intentions without even knowing. We're doing it in preparation of the house. As we went through stories from our friends, we were having all of them seeded. Oh, this is going to be so challenging. And so that's how we start the house construction. And so then by the time we finish, it's going to take long because you already set out so many things in the past. Unconsciously, you set out intentions that you have to experience now and you're going through, but can you accept them? The moment you accept whatever is delays that are happening, and say, I recognize in any way, I recognize could be my past. I recognize that this is something best is happening here. My delays are happening. And so whichever way, but something is good is happening. Maybe this is good for me because it will sort of help me to pass through rainy season when I come to finishing. So this is good. And so I don't know things that are future, but it's helping me. And so whichever way, if you can go into acceptance, then you're keeping your vibration intact. You're not going and creating a lot more negative future when you resist an experience, dear friends. We must go into an acceptance of we are in that positive vibration. That means that you attract more of that, not more of the resistance, whatever that experience is, with anger, with frustration, all of that happens when you are resisting an experience that is coming in the way. Sorrow, suffering, and all of that, right? We have to figure out a way to be going to acceptance. Gratitude is a way to go into acceptance of things that are happening to me, and so feel good about it. In any circumstance, any dire straits, and say, feel good for things that are there. So recognize what is there. And so then you feel good about it. So you're naturally in the I experience. So dear friends, so the 5 sutras, and then we're going to expand some of them as we go along, are developed greatly with meditation. Meditation brings into present moment. The gratitude process is done every day, is always making you remember why you're things that are you grateful for in your life. Even though current financial situation is not that great, even though your health is not that great, even though your situation with your relationship with your bosses are not that great, or colleagues is not that great, whatever. Yet gratitude is telling you to the gratitude of living and then still breathing in the body, and the many things are there are making us feel good and then accept and then go forward. So acceptance is a fundamental spiritual process. That's what happens when you become spiritual meditative. Then you're saying, this is all my experience, so let me accept it. Good or bad. Shubha, Ashubha Parityagi. You become transcend good and bad, and so then you accept situations as they are, as experiences, dear friends. When you have these, our manifestations are beautifully happening. And these 5 are developed greatly with meditation. The more you meditate, the more you have a higher understanding of the field of possibilities. You become more focused, of course, with meditation. Your mental faculties get developed, so you're able to concentrate, to visualize. Your clarity developed, so you visualize of why you want something. Meditation helps you to drop many unwanted stuff. When people start visualizing, they ask and draw a vision board. They ask and say, "Sir, I have 30 things. Can I use?" When you regularly meditate, 30 things will become 3 things. They'll drop many things unwanted. You'll know what is important. So you know what is you passionate about. So meditation helps you to stay focused on things that really matter, and so then you can visualize. And then beliefs in the subconscious programs, meditation, we have heard this, and then helps you to access and then constantly see what limitation you have. And then, of course, acceptance comes with awareness, and gratitude is how you go into, if you're a regular meditator, where you know that there are so many things that can be joyful for them to look and say, that's not there, this not there. Let's go into the practice of meditation, dear friends. With this understanding, let's go into the practice once again, is emptying your mind, relaxing, and so that all of these faculties get developed. Our ability to follow this process gets more and more focused, more open, more clearer about what we wish to have. And then the limitations are overcoming the past, which means the limitation resolved, and then going into acceptance. Relax yourself. Sit comfortably. Relax your body, dear friends, by practicing breath meditation. Our goal is to empty the mind. When you observe the breath, your mind becomes empty. As you see in the picture, sitting down comfortably with your eyes closed, fingers into fingers, feet crossed at ankle. Remove spectacles, glasses, and observe your natural breath, resting your attention anywhere on the nose. When you observe the breath, your mind becomes empty. As the mind is empty, be in the states of emptiness. Witness everything that's happening to you. In case you have thought, go back to observing your breath and allow yourself to slowly go into emptier, calmer states. Dear friends, dear masters, we are going into a powerful group meditation. Observe your normal, natural in-breath and the out-breath with your eyes closed, fingers into fingers, hands rested in your lap. Observe your in-breath and the out-breath. With your attention rested at the root of your nose, the middle of your eyebrows. And notice the breath going in and coming out at that point. When you observe your breath, your mind becomes empty. Allow yourself to merge into your breath. And allow yourself to experience greater calmness. Within you, all around you. Allow yourself to experience emptiness. That greater calmness as you merge into your breath. the more you experience calmness, the more mindful you become. The more you allow into the emptiness, calmness, as you merge into your breath. All emptiness is energy. All emptiness is energy. the longer you stay aware of this emptiness, this field of energy, the more focused you become, the more open you become. Everything that you ever experienced or will experience is here in this field of limitless possibilities, the quantum field of energy. The more you are with this emptiness away from your body, away from your life, the more you tune in to experiences matching your intentions. The more you draw in abundance of experience into your life, the more you stay aware of this emptiness of no body, of no thing. The more whole you become, the more you develop that acceptance. The longer you linger in this field of emptiness, the more you dissolve something from the past, the more you go into your future. The more you become a possibility. Allow yourself to merge into the emptiness of yourself. Friends, at this time, let's express gratitude. Gratitude to all things and everyone for helping us experience this life at this time of history. Many are not so blessed. Your gratitude to your parents, teachers, mentors, to your family, friends, colleagues, relatives, for helping you learn and experience many things in life. Be grateful to this grand nature, the bird, the fish, and the animals, for all that energy, beauty, mystery, and more in our lives. Give thanks to the technology and everything you use, the system, the company, the government, the support in many, many ways. Gratitude to yourself, your body, and to this universe. Gratitude is the ultimate state of receivership. Recollect your experiences from the session, and whenever you're ready, you can keep your hands on your eyes for 5 seconds, and then open your eyes. Okay, dear friends. Hope you enjoy the session. We have guests today. Tuesdays, we're inviting guests to share their experience. Namita madam, do we have?
Come again, sir? Yeah. Nidhi Mehta and Dinesh, sir.
Okay. So can you invite them?
Sure, sir. I would request the technical host to add them to the panel. Yes, let me introduce Nidhi Mehta. Nidhi Mehta is a technical government official from Ahmedabad, Gujarat. As an enthusiastic youth consistently following the path of meditation for the past 8 months in search of self, peace, calm, and clarity. She is a Buddhasyo meditation coach with the vision to support and spread the path of meditation with scientific understanding for the upliftment of society. We welcome you, Nidhi. Over to you.
Happy morning, all friends. Thank you, Namita ma'am, for introducing. Thank you, Chandra sir, for giving me this opportunity to share my experience. It was today when I was introspecting that what should I speak on, what are my experiences. actually helped me to introspect my own journey and find that how I have changed a lot after meditating in a good way. So I'm very much grateful for this. Talking about myself, I was that youth who mindlessly scrolls all day and mindlessly eating anything, and so much of stress, exhausted in life, so much of overthinking and everything. So I was doing it just everything mindlessly, and I was so exhausted and frustrated that what am I doing actually? What is this? I was wondering what's happening in my life. And I had been in that state for years, and it was so frustrating, anxious, overthinking, and all. So all that rumination would lead me to stress, and but then we say no, actually, automatically when like ghada bhar jata hai, then we feel that we change, and and then we surrender that now I've completed my fights, and I surrender what I want to come out of this, and this is not the way I'm going to lead my life. So that thought comes when you are so much of into exhaustion. And so like everybody has a new resolutions in as a new year resolution. At Diwali of 2024, I was also introspecting that I have to change, and I'll find something which can help me for my ahead journey. And yes, after Diwali, the day after Diwali is a Gujarati New Year. And I came across an advertisement on Instagram saying meditation program, 40-day Sankalp program. I still remember the date was 4th November 24, and it was a Gujarati New Year. And I made up my mind that I'm doing this New Year. This is my path. And I got that sign. And I was creating that suffering out of ignorance, what Sir says every time. And then this came to me, and I was seeking it. So it came true, and meditation came to me as a path for me at that New Year, and I just joined it. And it was destined, and so I continued the journey also. Initially, I couldn't wake up in the morning, so I joined the evening batch. I would do meditation in the evening batch itself. Initially, it was so tough to even sit. Like first week, I used to lie down in my meditation. I was not able to even sit more than 10 minutes. But that's the time where many people leave that, oh, it's not for me. Some people get thoughts so much that they leave. But there was one thing which I felt that in that 1 week, I used to get so sound sleep that after meditating, even if I was lying down and doing it, or I was trying to sit, I was so it was very easy for me to go to sleep, and I had so nice sound sleep after years, I would say. And so that kept me in this practice, and I continued it even after lying down. I could meditate, and I could. There was time where I used to get so much of sleepiness after meditation that I would not able to listen to Sir's wisdom session after meditation. So I would go to sleep. I would listen to his wisdom in another batch. So that was the case. But because I was getting that sound sleep, I stuck to this, and it released so much of stress in me that sleep, actually we feel that we are sleeping, but it releases so much of stress into our body that after that sleep you are so much of filled with energy. So at the end of 40 days, I continued it. I did it consistently. And at the end of 40 days, I found profound change in myself, like in my mindset. I became very much mindful of everything. I started living a happy life, like I would enjoy each day. And I had more of acceptance, surrenderness towards every situation. And I became more compassionate and all stopped all the worries which we have, and started responding in spite of reacting to every situation. My relationships also changed at my workplace, at home, everywhere. It changed because I changed my response. So I could see so much change in myself after 40 days. And I came out of that complaint zone and I came into that gratitude zone. The whole shift in my energy happened in that 40 days. Um, and I'm so much grateful to this universe and to Chandra sir that which gave me his wisdom, gave me that shift in just 40 days. And since then, I am always in gratitude zone. And yes, when we are in gratitude zone, we attract situations where we are grateful. So thank you so much for that. But then this journey, I continued with the journey, but the journey is not always like, it's like a wave. No, life is like a wave. It keeps fluctuating. So that happiness didn't last long. I started showing up anger. I started becoming more anxious. It was that time when Sajjan Sangatya helped me, and Bhuta CEO has a great set of facilitators who are always there for all of us to selflessly guide and be with us. With their help, I reached out to Richa ma'am, Namita ma'am, everybody, and if they guided me so well at that stage of time when I needed that help, because I was going down in that practice. I was also becoming inconsistent. So that was the time where facilitators helped me a lot, and I continued again with my consistently practicing journey through other miracle program. So I was thinking that it's like a scooter, no? Like when you are when the scooter is in outside in cold and you do that key and you start, there's a chick chick earlier and it doesn't start at first go. You have to give that physical kicks to the scooter so that it starts. And so like that, even I felt that after a little, and it also moves a little and stops again. And then again, you give a kick and you move it around, and again the scooter runs. So I also felt my journey that way, that it's not always linear, and you have that blockages, that discomfort which you are feeling are the blockages. And once you keep meditating and be around people and who supports us, and continuous wisdom, the wisdom is the key, that the right key, when it goes, it just unblocks everything. So with this, even Patriji has said, and Chandra sir reiterates always that meditation, wisdom, Swadhyay, and Sajjan Sangatya. So being around friends and discussing our journey. So this helped me a lot. And through Miracle Program, I was not actually reading books, and I'm not a good reader also. So after that, I learned about the wisdom and what importance it is in life to have continuous, be in that learning stage. And so I started even reading books like every day. And now I have a practice. Though I am a very slow reader, but still I'm practicing, and I'll grow, I'll catch up the speed. So yes, that there are fluctuations in your journey, but without judging it good or bad, or just go with the flow and do these three things. Then I have experienced that we do flourish in this journey, and we get lots and lots of new things, learn about ourselves also. So now talking about manifestation, I would say that I didn't knew that I manifested every day. It was when Chandra sir explained this third week of manifestation, then I could relate that I was actually manifesting in my life since long, and I have also manifested my job that way. And when I saw that all the state I was in when I was applying for job, it aligned with these 5 sutras of manifestation. So I was very focused on what I want. I wanted a government job, so I was very focused that yes, I'm going to have this government job without any thoughts, like no negative thoughts in mind. I want this. And I was very open to possibilities also. I because I wanted a government job, I went to a public service commission website and applied to each and every post where I was eligible, without any negative thought that it is not of my field, or it's not why will they take me, or how will I pass the exam. No negative thoughts, no limiting beliefs actually at that time. With rather, I had many empowering beliefs that it's that yes, I'm studying good, I'm getting good grades, so I'm going to pass the exam. Why will I not pass? I've done so nicely in my graduation. Then government jobs, I had also that belief that yes, people are retiring, so there are very new opportunities coming up. So it's a regular process, but that was the time I was just 21, and I didn't had that much of wisdom. So that all those beliefs became my empowering beliefs, that helped me to stick it to that thought. And I applied everywhere, and then action also is required along with all these things. So I used to read every day a few chapters of the syllabus, and without that, no limiting beliefs, focus, openness, and continuous action. Visualization also played a role. I didn't knew it is visualization, but I used to anchor everything. Like if I see a lady coming out of a car and going to office, I would get that feeling of happiness in myself. It developed the feeling of happiness. So the feeling also aligned with that. And I used to visualize that, okay, I will also go this way to office. So all those things aligned with the feeling also. And there was no fear in my feeling. Every time it was happiness, and it was like, oh, I'm getting this opportunity, so I'm going to get it. That was the state I was in. And after all this, also didn't have that attachment to that thought. It was all into surrender and acceptance and gratitude where I was. Before the day I gave after the day I gave this exam, uh, I had my university exams for my master's degree. So it's the state no that, oh, I have the university exam, what will I study? I'll study for the recruitment exam or university exam. But I surrendered. I thought that I have studied for the whole year, and I'll just give it. And if it's bound to happen for me, if it's good for me, it will happen. And I just gave the exam with full surrenderance. And I was also in that gratitude zone that, okay, thank you, God, you gave me this opportunity. This opening came up when I graduated. Otherwise, if opening wouldn't come, how would I even apply? So I was in that thankful zone, gratitude zone, and I saw that I got the job, and I took up. But I saw now when I look back, I see that all the state of my mind and everything, thoughts and feelings, aligned with these 5 sutras of meditation, manifestation. So yes, um, so we keep manifesting every day. We create our future from what we are experiencing today. So what we thought in past, we are here in present. based on those thoughts and feelings. And now what we are right now doing, thinking and feeling, is creating our future. So we have to work each day. I have learned that here, that we have to work each day and in the present moment. And that's where meditation is helping to keep us in that present moment, so that we can put our work in our present moment to create our future. So yes, after starting meditation journey, I have become more mindful, aware of my thoughts, feelings, and have stopped ruminating over thoughts, and I've started responding, not worrying of what will happen, not judging my own even self, and not being critical to my own self. Acceptance has come into me. And the great thing is, I've got lots of friends here who align and resonate with me. And I feel so blessed, and so much of support and guidance everywhere, selflessly helping each other in their journey. So I've learned a discipline in my life to make my life a great place to be. So that discipline has come into my life. And Buddha CEO has all, and Chandra sir's, all the programs are lined up in such a way that after one, you have the other, and you continue, and it actually shapes your journey. Um uh, Going from one program to other, it really helps to shape the journey and grow through the practice. So I'm still learning. I'm walking on this path, exploring and experiencing everything. So I urge each one of you, especially one who's joining for the first time in the 40-day program, to continue with this practice. And you have found a jewel, and you please be with it, and without being skeptical, or trust the process, and be with it. Experience each experience without judging, and gain wisdom, read books, and let's connect together, and we'll be friends and support each other in each other's journey. So thank you very much, and thank you, Chandra sir, for making such a good shift into myself. And mm, it's all due to you that everything, just wisdom and everything, opened up in for myself. Thank you, sir.
So much you have to share.
Yes.
Hmm? Okay. Meditation is the jewel that we find. As we hold on to it, jewel will not let go. We have realized it is a jewel. Where we have realized it is a jewel. It's got the most highest value, priceless it is. Thank you, Nidhi madam. One has to go back and listen to your experience again. So many things you shared. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. So, thank you, friends. So we have invited another guest, Dinesh. And feel free to continue. Dinesh will share, has got an amazing experience contrasting how he has seen tremendous amount of benefit meditation. Yes, Namtaji.
Yes, yes. Mr. Dinesh is a seasoned software engineer with over 15 years of experience, having worked with leading organizations like Oracle, Cognizant, CTS, SCL, and BNY Mellon. Most recently, he served as the head of blockchain technology at WhatsPay. Beyond his professional expertise, Mr. Dinesh is a Mr. Dinesh is passionate about wellness and youth empowerment. He actively shares meditation practice with schools and colleges, aiming to inspire the younger generation. We welcome you, Dinesh, sir.
Thank you. Hope I'm audible. So happy morning to each and everyone. Happy afternoon. So I think the life changed a lot after joining Buddha CEO. So it was an accident. Like I got a message in my when I was in tenure during BNY Mellon. It was like So I just got a message. So I started doing a 21-day session with them in the corporate world itself. So that's how it changed my thing, because I had written my things like I wanted to meditate, but for past 2 years, like from 2022, I was not able to meditate even for 5 minutes. But once I started in my journey with Buddha CEO in my organization, the second day itself, I started to get the energized feeling. Like more than that, I used to code a lot actually. So once we go into the vibe or something, so we will be getting into that. So similar way, it was more than that. The blissfulness was enjoyable. So, but I couldn't travel a lot. Eventually, after 2023 and then I started my journey for past 1.5 years. It's been consistently like morning I wake up at 5, I do my 1 hour meditation or 30 minutes meditation, and then later in afternoon and night some 10 to 15 minutes before sleep. So that's my routine. So as I said, there will be many things. Everyone was sharing about the anxiety, sleep. Everything has changed me as well. So the main thing which I wanted to share here, like one, two things like manifestation as well as how it changed my life with integrity. So I've been very honest and started taking each and everything with integrity. For example, when I want to cross a road, I will even it's 50 meters because rules are rules has been followed, like crossing the opposite direction, it's wrong, right? So that's what with integrity, with honesty. So even it's 50 minutes, I'll go to go to U-turn like 1 kilometer and then do it, which it gets the self-satisfaction that we have done something right. So that's what it taught me. So each and every aspects in life, I'll be very truthful, very honest, and determined to be very integrity each and every aspect. So that thanks to Buddha CEO to be to teach me all these things with the wisdoms and other sharings. And more important things is like intuitiveness. You'll be getting some intuitiveness. You'll be getting guidance as well. So I started experimenting with those guidance actually. So for example, whenever you go out, okay, so something would hit you or something. So I'll stop there. Whether I miss something to take something, I'll just see. I'll sit there, or else I'll not go to that place. So I started experimenting that like if there is any obstacles or anything happened to me or any guidance getting, so let's go and see whether it's happening or not. One time, not one time, two times, many times it happened. Like once there is an obstacle, it won't happen at all. So once I go there, the shop will be closed, or that work won't be happening. So eventually, the universe around everything is energy. Like even a keychain is energy for you, even a wall is energy for you, even your bike and your spectacles. Everything is energy for you. So we are interconnected and we are oneness around it. So that's what I felt it. So every day I feel the oneness about it, and thankfully, so that's what thing. So you even in the small age, I hope everyone would have thought this, like, so to get a power of Superman or a Shaktiman so that I can change the question paper, I can get leave to my schools. So I was aiming for that. I get those powers, I get those powers. But eventually, after coming into the dhyana or meditation, so the power is within us. The meditation will be able to unleash the power within us. So that's all the miracles happen between in this journey within 1.5 years. It was spectacular. So one of the thing, like I wanted to bring my wife to the meditation. So there was a 40-day session. So we had to bring her early morning. There was a morning course to prepare meals and everything, right? So I wake up with her like 40 days. Early morning, 4 o'clock, we used to cook around, and then we sit together for 40 days in the morning, 6 o'clock. And it was very good journey because she manifested that I wanted to spend more time with her, cook for her, and have a tea with her. So early morning after we cook, we have some tea, we speak about our life. So the manifestation, my manifestation also happened, and her manifestation also happened. So that was the initial thing. And she had a dry cough actually during that stage. I told her, I'll not take to doctor. It was like 3 to 4 months she was having that. I told that you complete this 40-day session. If doesn't cure, I'll take to the medication. So in 36th day, it got cured, and she was very relieved. So that those things has happened actually. And I follow manifestation, a great topic. Thankfully, I was able to share my experience during this manifestation week. One of the main manifestation is like I wanted to become an head of technology to any of the organization, like whether it take 2 years, 3 years, I'm open for it because we have those sutras like openness, right? So usually what I do is like I do meditation before sleep. I visualize myself as a head of technology to any organization. I lead a team with empathy. So I also think that I take meditation sessions to all the employees behind me or under me. So that's what every day I used to sleep thinking that I'm a head of technology for an organization, become a great leader. So what happened is like I was a senior manager in one of my organization, like one of the organization. Um, Eventually, my president, who I was reporting to, had a conflict and left immediately. So by the team, our organization got a bigger project. It was scalable project. So my CEO started to ask me to work on the project. So I created everything. So without any expectations. So because I love doing that project because it was very challenging for me. So I did all the paperwork, documentation, design. I created the resource management, everything I've done. So eventually what happened is like he asked me to step up actually. So it was not one promotion, it was not two promotion. He gave me three promotion and put me as a head of technology there. So that's the possibilities or the opportunities, right? So do you think that like within 15 years or anything, within 2 months of my manifestation thing, like every day I used to enjoy being visualize myself as a head of technology or a head of some tech thing. So it happened within 2 to 3 months. So that's what the miracles. So I say, right? So you can become a Shaktiman, you can become a Superman by unleashing your power with these kind of meditation techniques and everything. So I wanted to share many things due to some constraints. So we'll have this is what it helped me through. One of other things, like I wanted to take this meditation to schools as well, but due to work things, I was not able to take. Eventually, I got a call from Buddha CEO team that there is a school that they are very interested to take it up. Oh, very happy. It was like 10 to 12 kilometers apart from my home, but I said, no, I wanted to take it, I'll take it. So I went there, I did 2 sessions. It was a great experience for me as well. So that's how. Once you manifest with inclusiveness, with all the aspects around you, you'll be able to achieve that. So I'm just planning to take to other schools and colleges here and there. So like you can be a leader of your own life. So align your mind, body, and soul, as Sir said. So lead your life with empathy, lead your life with integrity, lead your life with love, and be happy. So, thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Beautiful. Your manifestation of power because they are very inclusive. You're saying, I'm an empathetic leader. I'm teaching meditation to all of them. You want to give the best that you're experiencing to everybody. That's the first thing you do. Your manifestations have become, they get accelerated because you're very inclusive. You're sharing what you're visualizing of your future with everybody. It's a very important aspect of manifestation. We are there, but everybody else is there in it. Very practical examples, Dinesh. I know you have a lot to share. You'll keep coming back and share. Okay. A lot to share. One thing you mentioned, when things don't happen, we don't just madly pursue. You pull back from there because there is signals coming to you that don't waste your time. sometimes and say, yeah, just step back a bit. And that is your intuitive understanding that you're catching yourself very early on. Okay, so things are getting a little complex, so let me pull back. And material mind will not pull back. Material mind is madly chasing, but the spiritual mind and aware mind is holding back and saying, maybe I should just step back here and then let things go for some more time or whatever that is. Resolve it, right? And so then life becomes effortless, otherwise it becomes effort. The difference and why when people say they're effortless is because you are knowing when to pursue and not to pursue. And you pursue in odd times, then it becomes full of effort. Otherwise, effortless, right? So that's one way. Another way, of course, is that things naturally flow into you, to latch onto it, and so it becomes effortless. So thank you for joining and thank you for sharing this. How is the session? So what you are now become true corporate coach, so going and doing corporate sessions. Tell me.
Yeah, so yesterday, I saw myself in extensive conversation.
Voice is not clear. No.
Sorry. Yesterday, we had a session with Emptiness Exchange. So there was like around 20 to 30 members from their operations and things. So they were enjoying a lot. So we shared some experience. We had some 30 minutes meditation. So from today, so yesterday was day one. So they are planning to have like 42-day session executely. So we use our Be Supermind app also to execute those things. And we have weekly 2 masterclasses for them planned as actually. So today I have one more session, live session with them at 10 o'clock, going there to the office right now and then engage with them. It was a great experience. So they enjoyed a lot. Say they were showing so much of interest to pursue it. So I shared my few experiences as well. So they wanted to do it. So I'm here to help them.
Great. Thank you. Tamil.
Yes, Tamil. In Tamil, you want?
Yeah, say something in Tamil.
ரொம்ப அருமையான எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ்னு சொன்னாங்க. நேத்து நேத்து ஒரு 20 பேர் வந்து தமிழ்ல தான் எடுத்தோம் நாங்க. ஸோ நம்மளோட ஷேரிங் சரி, அறிவியல் பூர்வமான விஷயங்கள் இந்த புத்தா சிஓ பண்ணிட்டு இருக்க அறிவியல் பூர்வமா சயின்டிபிக் தாட்ஸ் அது எல்லாத்தையுமே அவங்க கொண்டு போய் சேர்த்த உடனே உங்களுக்கு வந்து ரொம்ப ஆச்சரியமா இருந்தது. ஸோ இப்படிதான் ஒர்க் ஆகுதா, இப்படிதான் நம்மளோட பாடி மைண்ட் பிரெயின் எல்லாமே ஒர்க் ஆகுதா, ஸோ மச் ஆஃப் திங்ஸ் இருக்கு, வி நீட் டு நோ, நிறைய கத்துக்கணும் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு. ஸோ தேவர் நிறைய கொஸ்டின்ஸ் கேட்டாங்க, நிறைய ஆன்சர்ஸ் சொல்ல முடிஞ்சது. ஈகர் ரொம்ப ஆர்வமா இருக்காங்க பர்சியூ பண்ணோம்னு சொல்லிட்டு. We were also very happy. We enjoyed so much of energy there.
Awesome. Thank you. This is our first corporate session in regional language. So happy that Sai was there leading it. And thank you, Raj, for taking the initiative to introduce meditation in the company. Awesome. Yes, Namta madam?
Yes, sir. Awesome sharings and feel all recharged and rejuvenated. So thankful to both the masters. Certainly, it was very connecting and very inspiring. So here is an announcement, dear friends and masters. I am sure you would always like be in touch with Buddhasya Quantum Foundation. So kindly save the details that I'm going to share in the chat box to contact or email Buddhasya Quantum Foundation for your queries, or you can WhatsApp us. There are 2 numbers. One is India's number, and then another one is US number, or you can email us. So India's numbers is +91 96069 57284. 96069 57285 is the another number. And kindly go through the chat box. I would like to say in Hindi, Buddha's Yokondo Foundation, आप जहां भी रहें सदा आपके साथ, सदा आपकी सेवा में तत्पर. Thank you.
Thank you, Namita Madam, our Hindi coach, great master in Hindi. This Thrive program that happens. As soon as this ends, we have a 40-day program in regional languages. This wisdom brought in that language in Hindi, in Tamil, Telugu, Kannada, some of them in 40 or 3 weeks. So you can introduce to many of your family members who you think they may not necessarily can speak or understand good English. So thank you, folks. Thank you, Nidhi, madam. That's what a beautiful journey that you have. Feels great to see you share so much and you go on. And we all need to come on a Saturday masterclass and share in elaborately how you feel it sort of really puts everything's perspective. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Dinesh. Dinesh is a Tamil coach. And you are a Gujarati coach, becoming Gujarati coach now.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. I see some questions in the chat, but I'll answer all of them tomorrow around manifestation. Hold on to them. I'll talk through some of these as we go along during the week, and every question will be answered. Right? A lot will come through. Okay. So we'll conclude here, madam. Thank you all. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Keep having fun and frolic with your breath. See you tomorrow. Have a great day, great evening. Good night.
Live the life of grace that you were meant